In Afghanistan, there are reports of a number of civilian casualties after an airstrike by U.S. forces. The civilians were at a wedding party.
Children are among the wounded survivors of an Afghan wedding party that officials say was bombed by U.S. warplanes. The bride was among dozens of casualties brought to the main hospital in Kandahar city. Survivors spoke of carnage.
Some have lost their legs and some have lost their heads. About 95 people are dead and 70 more are wounded. Americans did this.
Details of the incident in Shawalikot district are still emerging. Reports suggest airstrikes were launched after fighting erupted between Taliban insurgents and US troops close to where the evening wedding was taking place. Most of the dead are believed to be women and children. Scores of civilians have been killed in US airstrikes against militants this year, leading to seething resentment against the presence of foreign troops and a rift between President Hamid Karzai and his Western backers. The Afghan leader used an address congratulating America's new president-elect to call on Barack Obama to make it his priority to stop the killing of innocents.
Civilian casualties must be ended in Afghanistan. My first demand to the newly elected President of America when he takes office is to end the civilian casualties in Afghanistan and to take the war to the safe havens and terror training camps.
About 4,000 people, around a third of them civilians, have been killed this year in fighting with the Taliban, who've expanded the scope and scale of their insurgency. NATO and US-led coalition troops in Afghanistan say they do their utmost to avoid civilian casualties, but try telling that to these people. Helen Long, Reuters.